What is going on, we back at it again, bro. You just know, bro, this morning just pissed me off. I about to record earlier today, man. TV blew out. Two TV blew, mind you. My 43-inch, okay, I'm looking at the bitch. I cut it on, and I see the light, like on some Harry Potter shit, no cap. I see the light leave this bitch's eyes, bro. The bitch is dimming down slowly. I'm like, and I'm looking at it like, wait, what the fuck going on? And then it cut off, and it cut back on, and then it's just darkness. Pure darkness, you feel me? Like I could see you could have seen a little bit, and I mean like a smidget of like the dashboard. I was on YouTube and I went to the dashboard shit too. So like, oh my god. Like I plugged it back, just in the third, did not change anything. But every time I cut it off, like it went back to full, you know what I'm saying? The light came back, you know what I'm saying, when I cut it off and cut it back on. Like you just it's a flick. Then downgraded, you know what I'm saying, to the 32-inch. I'm looking at that bitch right now. 32-inch. Old TV too, mind you, at that. I'm like, it's so old. I have a splitter. It's not even compatible with my splitter, you know what I'm saying, for my Xbox, PS5, my Switch and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know. Then, you know, when I finally got it to work, so, you know, well, I didn't get it to work. I unplugged my Xbox from my splitter, put in a thing. So I'm like, I'm messing with the settings, trying to make it look somewhat presentable, you know what I'm saying, messing with the audio and whatnot, and and you know, in the picture. And so I'm like, okay, ooh, that's a no. Pop. Screen went black. I'm looking at the dead bitch. I'm like, wow. Nobody's okay. So nobody want me to have a TV today. That shit is crazy, bro. Crazy morning. Crazy morning. No cap. But anyway, we ain't stopping. I mean, I got my PC monitor, but I just, you know, it's just recording videos and shit. Maybe a game or two, you know what I'm saying, here and there type shit. But yeah, we ain't stopping no videos, you know, if you feel me. But yeah, that was my morning. Let me know if y'all had a good morning. But anywho, we got something different, you know. Speaking of games, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, aka low-key game of the year. Not even low-key, you know what I'm saying. Wow, 6 year development cycle. 6 year development cycle for this. Okay, in the studio, because I know a little bit about the game, right? Those former Ubisoft employees, you know what I'm saying. I think the studio head that you know, that's a expedition, it was like, bro, we got tired, we got bored. Well, I think he said, I got bored being over there, you know what I'm saying. So bro, he went and make his own studio, you feel me, and gave us this. And I also heard that the writer who wrote the story for this wasn't like really actually like a game, you know what I'm saying, like a game writer or some shit like that. Like she did something else that was not even remotely related to, like, you know, writing stories and whatnot. And she low-key just wrote low-key the game of the year, which is crazy. But yeah, this is gonna be, I think this is definitely a good game of the year. This, I don't know if Elder Scrolls Oblivion would count, since it's a freaking I'm gonna call it a remake. I'm gonna call it a remake, because that's a fucking remake. I don't know if that's because since it's a remake, I don't know if that would count. And then we got Doom the Dark Ages. I know people talking about like it didn't sell well or this, like, the third or some shit like that, but I feel like it really low-key, I feel like it came out like at the wrong time. I feel like niggas playing Obsidian and niggas playing Expedition, you feel me? And I think maybe once that they done playing those games, you know, then they might go back and play Doom, you know what I'm saying. Then Metaphor just dropped in Game Pass too. I'm about to play that shit too. But yeah. What else could be game of the year this year? What else coming out this year? Yeah, I low-key forgot. Nintendo games, meh. Nintendo pissing me off right now, so I don't give a fuck about none of this shit they talking about. Okay, game of the year though for any one of them games. What, Metroid, Donkey Kong, Mario Kart? No. No. Nah. Maybe Metroid. Maybe. But Sony was, I think Sony got, I think, coming out this year is Ghost of Yotei. I think, and that's really it. They got State of Play too. Watching that later today. Low-key. But yeah. Anyway, I'm yapping. Hit the video up with a like, man. Comment down below and subscribe. Go to 3K. You're not subscribed. Subscribe. Follow you on Patreon, Twitch, and the game channel. Link in the description down below. Tight beat. You know what I'm saying? Low key. Hey, look, if y'all want, you know what I'm saying, help your boy get a TV, man. Hey, look, the cash app in the description. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say nothing like shit. But yeah, let's dive on in. I also did this to help me out. Shift E. But usually I will put my shit OBS on my TV screen. I can't do that. But I think I just work Shift D. Matter of fact, I'm about to see right now. I'm about to see right now if it worked. It did. Tight shit, bro. I'm a genius. Anyway, let's dive on in. This is by hey man, fucking, you know what I'm saying? Pounder McNasty. Yeah, McNasty. I like McNasty. Freaky ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? I saw this thumbnail like a couple weeks ago too anyway, but I just forgot about it. But I forgot. I put it in my watch later. I'm like, oh yeah. But anyway. Get broke. Damn. Get bro to 20K, man. He right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's dive on in.
This is Clair Obscur Expedition 33, just 1 year into development. This
crazy
you're seeing was made with the sole purpose of trying to find voice actors for the main characters. In fact, the creator of the game would literally be posting this to Reddit in order to find voice actors for their characters. And from that same Reddit post, the creator would also find a lead writer, of which also had no experience in working in games before.
That I heard some something like, I'm like, what? And she just wrote Game of the Year, low key. Granted, I only did the spoiler alert. I did one ending, but since it did like the Kingdom Hearts shit with the reset, I'm like, okay, like with the checkpoint thing, cause I was gonna watch a YouTube video and for the other ending, but I might just go, you know what I'm saying, do it and then yeah. But yeah, I chose on the side of Verso. No cap. You know what I'm saying? I get both sides, but I feel like Verso, like, nah, bro. Y'all gotta grief, man. Y'all holding on to this shit too much, bro. Y'all gotta let go. You feel me? But yeah.
Fact,
it was a hard choice too, man. Cause Lune, my Lune, pain. But anyway.
Previous role was an investor at a private equity company. To top it off, the composer
like,
for
make
the
it make sense.
Soundtrack had never written a game soundtrack before, and he was
come on
after the director of the game found him off of SoundCloud. And to
come on, bro.
Most AAA games like Fortnite or Call of Duty are backed by hundreds of developers across dozens of different departments. So
that's what I'm saying too, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't even need all that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want to make these games $80 fucking and they're not even worth it. You feel me? Like, this is in Game Pass. And if I had the money right now, I would buy this game. You feel me? I do buy a couple of games, low key, no cap. Some games I just buy. You know what I'm saying, regardless if they're in Game Pass or not, or if they're gonna come to Game Pass or not. Some games I just buy. You feel me? This would be one of them. This would definitely be one of them. No cap. What the fuck? Cause like, y'all don't, like, I feel like they forget, like, you don't need all this extra shit, like all this. That's why games are so expensive now. They do all this extra shit for no reason. They pay for so much extra shit for no reason. You don't even gotta do all that, bro. Come on, bro. Cause you think these people got paid like crazy? You know what I'm saying? Nah, man.
So this begs the question, how did a team that's smaller than the Call of Duty microtransaction department craft the most visually incredible and most impactful RPG we've seen in years?
Facts. That soundtrack goated, bro. Oh my god, bro. Everything, bro. It's everything, bro. Game of the year. No, I don't give a fuck. No. Game of the year, bro. I'm sorry for pausing. Game of the year, bro. From the world, the story, the characters, the soundtrack, bro. Cause my friends, I told my friend about, hey, bro, cause he was playing the city, and I'm like, bro, you gotta play Expedition, bro. It's in Game Pass, bro. You gotta play this shit. You feel me? And he was like, oh yeah, like okay. He put it off, and then he played it, then he passed me up. You feel me? In hours and whatnot in the game. I'm like, oh. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and I think his favorite soundtrack, it was what's it? It was something birthday. What's it? Mayo's birthday or happy birthday or some shit. One of the birthdays. You know what I'm saying? That's his favorite OST. Like shit. Mine, low key, when we fight against Raynor in that in Act 2. Oh my god, bro! Oh my god, that shit was lit. I should have streamed this game. I really should have streamed this game, bro. I really should have, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna chill and play for on my own type shit. But like, yeah, this shit was lit. Let me stop pausing though. The beginning of the game just hooks you, bro.
Expedition 33's
Oh my
journey
god, bro.
began in late 2020, but the first concept
Late
actually
2020.
started 4 years before that. Guillaume Broche, who
A
is
year
the
before
founder
that?
of Sandbox Interactive and the director of Expedition
Sandbox,
33,
hey, bro.
was at Ubisoft for roughly 4 years. From 2016 up until 2019, he would work on games like The Division 2 and Ghost Recon Breakpoint. After those two games shipped, he was put in a narrative lead.
Ghost Recon. Ubisoft, I ain't gonna lie. If I was working at Ubisoft, bro, I would have been quit that motherfucking. Oh my god, bro. And they working on Division 3. Why are they still? I just saw that Division 2 got another update, bro. I'm like, what? Y'all still supporting this? It's crazy. It's crazy, and it really is crazy. I know the player base can be that crazy, but they still getting updates. You feel me? I don't know. So like, I know it's a looter shooter, man, but like, I don't know. Division is not my type of looter shooter at all. I feel like for me, I need like some magic type shit, some type of like special powers in my looter shooters. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That's how why I fuck with Destiny, First Ascendant, and Warframe when it doesn't piss me off, low key. But yeah. And Borderlands 4, hey look, my friend in Borderlands 4, I ain't paying for that shit. My friend paying for that. So I mean, we game sharing, so yeah. I'm gonna try to get into Borderlands 4, you know what I'm saying? But anyway.
Lead role for a game franchise called Might and Magic. And like many of you right now, I had no idea this game franchise even existed. But apparently, the franchise is a mobile game owned by Ubisoft Shanghai.
And that's exactly why.
Is leading the narrative for this franchise. And as you would expect from leading narrative on a mobile game designed to extract as much money as possible from players, Guillaume got bored with the work that he was doing on the team and really felt like there was no impact to what he was doing.
No, dead ass. No, developers. I feel like y'all need to understand this shit. Especially, you know, the good developers that give us some shit like this, you know, Expedition. Y'all look, you have the power. I know they, you know, sign y'all paychecks, you know what I'm saying? But like, if y'all go on strike, like dead ass, what they gonna do? What the fuck are they gonna do? Hire some fucking no-name developers? You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say, well, yeah, no names, and you know, and don't have that much experience making like top tier high quality games. What the fuck they gonna do? Y'all gotta put y'all foot down low key, man. To a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro, I'm not about to do this bullshit. You feel me? Like, nah, bro. No. Cause they're trying to, these publishers, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot, they're trying to hold the consumers, and I mean hold the fuck out of them, like just nickel and dime them. But now we at this point, a lot of people will think their games are worth $80 fucking. You feel me? Like Nintendo really think their games are worth $80 fucking, bro. My humble opinion, they're not even worth 60. To be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't go above and beyond. They don't do that. Look at the Pokemon franchise. They don't go above and beyond. That's why I hate these. That's not play ass niggas. But anyway, I'm yapping.
And during this time, he had ambitions that went beyond being shoehorned into a mobile gacha game. He knew that a game like Expedition 33 would never be greenlit by Ubisoft.
No.
So he quit his job in order to pursue his ambition. Alongside him, Tom Guillerme had the same ambitions as the director, so he would also leave Ubisoft and join the infant team. With the director writing up the narrative and Tom, who had expertise on how Unreal Engine worked, the small grassroots team would begin by exploring Unreal Engine 4. While the director was
messing around with Unreal
Engine, the original prototype of Clair Obscur was supposed to be related to time. So when he had to save the project on his computer, he had to find a name for the project file. So what would the project be called? Well, The game's related to time, so maybe Hourglass. Well, Sans Fall in an Hourglass. Okay, Sans Fall is the working name of the game, and from that point on, the game's internal working name would be Sandfall. Even to this day, with Tom at the helm as co-founder and CTO, and Guillaume as CEO.
What supposed to be? That supposed to be Gustav or something?
They would embark on their expedition to create a brand new world by themselves.
Crazy. Okay, that's my L, definitely. Okay, Seal? That Gustav? Supposed to be SK? Monoko? That's funny as hell.
Now that the studio had been founded, it was time to actually.
I do like the red and black theme too, Loki.
Wanted this game to have a big focus on narrative. He began reaching out anywhere he could to find people who would be interested in helping the passion project evolve into something a bit more serious. He created this post on the subreddit r/record this for free, looking to
5 years ago, bro. That shit crazy.
of the game, including, of course, Mayel. One of the many people who auditioned from this Reddit post was Jennifer Schvedberg-Yen. She got one of the leading roles as an actor. However, once she joined the team, it was pretty clear that her impact would be most noticed in a writer position, so she became lead writer on the game. Despite the growing teams, the co-founders and Jennifer Yen said that they wore many different hats during the game's production.
Oh wow, that enemy is not existent.
To gameplay, to art, and all over the project. At this point, the small team continued prototyping and development on the game, but the team started the hunt for a composer at the same time. The co-founders began their hunt for a composer by reaching out to the most popular composers in the industry, like Hans Zimmer, Johnny Paisano, Danny Elfman.
Hans Zimmer is a go. Y'all reached out to Hans Zimmer? Did he reply? Or did he leave y'all on red, bro? Oh God.
And just kidding. He began his search on SoundCloud.
I'm about to say.
That's where he found Lorien Testart. And at this point, Lorien had never worked on a game before, but caught the attention of the co-founders based off the work he's done on his SoundCloud. I am not making
this be like up. That, bro.
The composer of Expedition 33, one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard in a video game.
In the grip.
Never worked on a video game.
In the grip. It's like in the grip. So I think, who got the best soundtrack? Like, let me see. I love like Kingdom Hearts. I love Kingdom Hearts soundtrack, bro. To this day, bro. That's my. I love that soundtrack. I got that shit downloaded like everywhere. Hey, everywhere. I'm trying to think. What other game franchises that I fuck with? Should I say DMC? I don't know. No, I lied. Final Fantasy. I lied. Duh. The fuck wrong with me? Duh. Final Fantasy. Fuck. Other one. Duh. Duh. It might be RPGs, low key. I ain't gonna lie. It might be just RPGs. The Dot Hack series. At least the one with Haseo. You know what I'm saying? I ain't the other ones. You couldn't nah. But yeah, the one with Haseo, yeah. I remember playing that shit back in the day. W soundtrack. I'm on. Trying to think on top of my head, bro. But I played a lot of games, man. It's a lot of games, bro. It's a lot of soundtracks. I gotta think about this shit. But yeah, this one in a long time though, like in recent memory, this got it. No, this has it. This definitely has it. No cap.
Soundtrack before. Oh, and actually, it wasn't SoundCloud. It was even crazier than that. One night, the director went on an obscure gaming forum with like 10 people on it, and he made a post asking if anybody would want to join his team as a composer. And out of sheer luck, Lorien Testard had also randomly found this forum for the first time, just an hour after the post was made. The hunt to expand the team wouldn't end just there. They would also find the studio's art director too. Nicholas Maxon Francombe would join the studio during the founders' hunt through online forums.
Let me stop.
The core development team of 6 developers would continue to work on the prototype for Expedition 33. Driven by a cohesive vision of what they wanted the game to be from the very beginning, the teams spent the majority of 2020 building out the studio first, and then towards the end of the year, the game itself. everyone was on the same page here.
Boy, was
They had
locked
the
in.
same goals as each other. To make one of the best reimaginings of a classic JRPG that anybody will ever.
No, y'all killed it, bro. Y'all killed it, bro. Y'all killed it, bro. Cause as soon as they showed that with, I think it was Xbox Showcase, right? Was it last year? Was it Xbox Showcase or Summer Games? I think it was Xbox Showcase because it's Game Pass. And that shit stood out to me like a mug. Like a mug. Oh, I was like, I need that. My baby girl Lune, early death. You know what I'm saying? This is Unreal Engine 5 too. I think Unreal just had that little event yesterday, right? About the meta-human shit
April
and whatnot.
2021,
And some other shit.
Sandfall moved into a bigger office, and the core development team working on Expedition 33 started to expand. The team went from 6 employees to now more than 15 working on the game.
Hey.
Comprising mostly of junior level engineers who didn't really have any experience in making games before, but were just as
But they're ambitious though. You feel me? They're ambitious. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, and I don't think like, you know, publishers like would even hire these people low key. To a certain extent. I don't think they would even hire them. Like, you know, let's say if shit like let's say if devs went on strike. You know, and game development stopped. You feel me? For a cool grip. For a cool grip. Like, would they even try to hire indies? Like, you know what I'm saying? No name people with no experience in the industry like talking about. Would they even do that? Even though they are hungry, you know, trying to get their name out there, probably trying to make their own freaking game. Because everybody got a game in their head that, you know, that they want to make. Case in point. But like, I don't know. But yeah, like, put your foot down, bro. Put your foot down. If a publisher treating y'all back, bro. Look what's the name of them niggas? Oh my god, I forgot their names. The people that made Ark. The people that made Ark. Wildcard Studios? Wildcard? Yeah, I think Wildcard. Yeah, Studio Wildcard. Yeah. Look at them niggas. And look who brought them niggas. Snail Games. I even know them niggas got bought by a publisher. That publisher. I'm like, why? I'm like, if anything, I thought they probably get bought up by Microsoft at least. You know what I'm saying? You know, because they game been in Game Pass since, you know what I'm saying? You think they Wildcard Studios is probably like one of the worst. I'm gonna say probably like, I ain't gonna lie, probably the like, I don't know, mismanaged worst studios out right now. Look what's going on with Ark Survival Ascended. Like, they was on top of the world with Ark Survival Evolved, because I remember that shit in 2015 because it was around the same time as Jurassic World. You feel me? The hype was real around that game. You feel me? And look what happened to it, bro. Where did the fucking money go? You know what I'm saying? They announced Ark 2 years ago. I think 2020, 2021, or 2022. It was one of them Xbox showcases years ago. 2025, ain't shit happening. They made a whole nother game, you know what I'm saying, Ascended, that no one asked for. You know what I'm saying? You would think all hands on deck would be on Ark 2, but like, oh, they're like, we ain't got no money. Like, where the fuck all that money went from Ark? From Evolve. Because Ark Evolve is like one of the highest paid games of all time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think like 80 million purchased of all time. Like, I didn't even know that shit. I was like, what? You feel me? But where the fuck the money went? And then they got backlash to that fucking AI trailer that came out a couple of months ago. That bullshit. I seen that shit. I'm like, ain't no way, bro. That studio is going down here to the point where like, I don't even give a fuck about Ark 2 anymore. I really don't. I could give two fucks. You know, Ark Evolved and Ascended. You can't even really play with friends because that tethering bullshit is so fucking annoying. Because how the fuck that game has tethering, but like you go play Power World, that doesn't have tethering. You know what I'm saying? Grounded doesn't have tethering. Matter of fact, on Grounded, you can share the world on Grounded. You feel me? Like, there's a lot of survival games that don't have tethering. You know what I'm saying? But somehow this game has tethering. That's another thing that put people off too. Like, you can't even like really play with your friends. Like talking about, you always got to stick. You can't go off an adventure by yourself. But that's side tangent. But yeah, that's another studio. It's like ugh.
ambitious as the rest of the studio. The once grassroots
That's a
passion
bad studio.
project
Then we
was
got something
starting
like
to
this.
evolve into something bigger. By mid-2021, they were
Nigga, is that
putting the
Monoko?
finishing touches on a newer, rebooted demo. Something small, but was polished enough to attract attention. The original version of Expedition 33 was more Victorian, but these were all assets comprised of the Unreal Engine assets stored, just as a quick way to rapidly create a simple prototype.
Yeah.
But as the studio's new art director joined, they shifted directions a bit. The demo was meant to serve as a teaser for potential investors or as a foundation for a future Kickstarter campaign. In less than a year since forming the studio, the team began presenting their work to various publishers. Though still in a prototype phase, the demo was impressive, especially given the team's limited size and resources. Towards the end of 2021, they would meet with a brand new publisher, Kepler Interactive. And for those who don't know Kepler Interactive, they are a small indie publisher founded in September of 2021. Kepler Interactive is co-owned by a group of independent game developers, and their primary initiative is to help fund smaller indie games like Sifu, for example, and allow teams to have full creative freedom.
I cannot wait for rematch. Oh my god, I'm about to become an egoist too when that shit come out, bro. This is such a, see what I'm saying? Like Vision, Sifu, because they did what team that did Sifu. They did first. They did Absolver, right? I think that was the first game they did. Well, that I know of anyway. Absolver, that was cool. You know what I'm saying? Cause I like martial arts, hand-to-hand combat. I like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Then we got Sifu, W game. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Then they pivot to go make a football game. I ain't mad at it. I'm really not mad at it because I like Blue Lock, and Blue Lock had me in the chokehold. Like I'm like, I really want to play like a football game, but like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And they about to fill that void when that shit come out. So I played the beta. I'm about to become an egoist. I ain't gonna cap. Strike. Anyway,
freedom over their projects. Right off the bat, the publisher and the development teams hit it off and quickly inked a deal to work together in order to ship Expedition 33. Sandfall would use the extra funding rounds by Kepler to shift development from Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5. Additionally, Kepler would also open the door for more
a good
looking
Unreal Engine 5 game too. On top of that,
the small team of 12 people would grow to 22 people working on Expedition 33. Kepler Interactive and Sandfall would announce their partnership.
Baby girl wrote Game of the Year. She didn't even know it.
Around the same time, Microsoft would also pick up Expedition 33 as a day one Game Pass launch title. At this point, the game had financial backing, guaranteed exposure through Game Pass, successfully.
That's what I'm saying. Look, I ain't gonna. Niggas can say what the fuck they want to say about Microsoft, Xbox. You know what I'm saying? If I was a game studio, that is the company I will try to work with. No cap. I'm not gonna lie with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Publisher, they got infinite money. Duh. Like that's a no-brainer for me. You know what I'm saying? Niggas always on the console wars and then the third and all these fucking grown ass men acting like some fucking idiots. Lord have mercy over a piece of plastic. Crazy. But anywho, yeah, I will definitely go with cap. No cap. And after that, it's not Xbox, it will be Sony. You know what I'm saying? It will be Sony. Because fuck everybody else. Oh God, fuck everybody else.
Switched over to Unreal Engine 5 and greatly expanded their tiny development team, all within a year or two, while also simultaneously working on the actual game. With their new investments coming in, they were also able to
doing that meta shit with the phones
with a full motion capture studio. And Kepler Interactive helped pull in a star-studded cast to help voice them.
Yeah, I think they're doing that meta shit with the phones and whatnot. See, I'm telling, oh my God. Bro, if I had a new PC, bro, if I had something with a 4090 Ti in that bitch, or a 590 or something, bro, I'm gonna learn Unreal Engine. I ain't gonna cap. So I saw that demo, I saw that shit yesterday with the what you call it, with the blue dude with the fire in his head. I'm like, what the? I'm like, what? And he on stage, dude. I'm like, what? I was like, oh hell nah, bro. I need to do that shit.
The main characters. The cast that Kepler was able to pull in is a bit wild. Gustav was played by none other than Charlie Cox, who you
ain't no what? Nick,
May Noah's Daredevil.
you got
Jennifer
it.
English played
Charlie Cox played my nigga Gustav. Nigga, what?
Mayel, who was Shadowheart from Baldur's Gate 3. Ben Starr
See, I ain't played Baldur's Gate. At least not yet, anyway.
played Verso, and he was also in Final Fantasy 16. Andy
Mm.
Serkis from, well, you know who he is.
Andy Serkis played Renor. Andy Serkis played Renor. Andy Serkis played that nigga. No, bro. No, bro. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think that was this. I'm hearing the voice. That was him.
And the list just goes on with even more incredible talent. The game
How? How they got the cast, bro? How they did that? What kind of black magic did they do?
was becoming something much bigger than just a great game with excellent gameplay. It was also shaping up to become an incredible narrative experience that arguably could be up there with the best movies of all time. As
No,
a side
dead
note,
ass.
on the movie side, Kepler Interactive was also able to secure a live-action film for the franchise too. It's too early to say how good that will be, but
Yeah, too early because who making it? Yeah, because who is it under? You feel me? This would be like a CGI heavy, low key. I ain't gonna cap. With the world itself. What the who? Oh my God. Don't butcher this shit, bro. Hardness. Anyway,
but it is a fun fact. By the end of 2023,
Didn't know that.
Sandfall Interactive would begin working on a debut trailer for Expedition 33.
Tight
Since
shit.
they had a partnership with Microsoft and were going to ship the game day one on Game Pass, they also had a spot in the Xbox Game Showcase in 2024. This
Yep.
is
Okay, it
where
was
they
last year.
chose
Okay, yeah.
to reveal their passion project turned masterpiece to the world.
I never knew about the cast, bro. I didn't know the cast. But no, that Act 2 ending messed my head up, bro.
Sandfall Interactive would
Oh, baby
reveal
girl,
the
Lil
game
Day.
to the world in June of 2024. And right off the bat, everybody was enthralled by the world that Sandfall had introduced us to. Typically, when a game spends 6 years in development, we would consider it to be stuck in development hell, or a case of too many cooks in the kitchen. However, with Sandfall Interactive and Expedition 33, a 6-year development cycle is actually a pretty remarkable turnaround. I know it sounds a bit crazy to say, but just looking at all of the
I guess
accomplishments,
because since they're a smaller studio, that's probably why it took as long as it did, because they're a smaller team. You feel me?
video made within the development cycle really helps highlight this point. The first 2 years involved just a couple of folks playing around in Unreal Engine to get a better feel of how the engine worked and creating a rapid
That's what I'm gonna do.
prototype of Expedition 30.
That's what I'm gonna do. One day I'm gonna just do that.
And had utilized free assets from the Unreal marketplace. The next 2 years were spent growing the team, with more talent, bringing in specialized directors, and starting the process of securing a publishing deal that would help bring the game into the limelight. And the final 2 years were spent iterating upon their prototypes and creating a game with a laser-focused vision, a vision that the entire team shared unilaterally. Not only was the team being built up during their 6-year development, but even their publisher was too. The CEO of Sandfall really hit it out of the park when he said something along the lines of, "You can accomplish so much when working with a smaller publisher team." Kepler and Sandfall both had double-digit employees, so the CEOs found it really easy to interface with each other. Alongside the fact that the studio had full creative control, the relationship between the two companies was solely dedicated to crafting the best game they possibly could, with no middlemen trying to squeeze money out of the players. Just 2 months later, the team would put out a 6-minute gameplay reveal. This reveal would showcase all of the work that they had done thus far during development. At this point, the gameplay they showed off looked to be almost identical to the final version we would get a couple months later, so it's safe to say The work that remained at this point was bug fixing and minor UI changes. By the end of 2024, the team had finally finished the core development of the game, and it was time to celebrate. They knew that the game would be releasing next year, and they anxiously waited fans to get their hands on their project. And to no surprise to anybody who's played Expedition 33, they absolutely crushed it. Not only was it a critical success with reviewers,
you goddamn right.
Since release, the game has been in the top 10 most popular games on Steam alone. In just 12 days, the game sold over 2 million copies.
That's 3 million right now, big bro. I know this was like 3 weeks ago for the video, but yeah, it's 3 million now, might be 4.
Player count is if you factor in Game Pass.
Yep.
The story of this game's development is just crazy. The teams absolutely deserve their flowers.
They do, man.
Journey with such a small team.
I never knew about the cast though. That cast shook me.
The founder of Larian Studios, the developers of Baldur's Gate 3, predicting the success of Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
So they knew.
So it turns out that not only will I be the one who will know as first which game wins tonight, but I actually also know which game is going to win next year,
the year
after, and the year after. Now, how do I know this? Well, an oracle told me. She said, change is coming. The oracle told me that the game of the year 2025.
I remember this shit too. I remember this. I think I streamed this. Did I stream it? Did I stream last year's? I don't know. Can't remember. I think I did. But yeah, cause he probably know what games coming out in certain, you know what I'm saying, in those years. Cause like he knew about this one, you know what I'm saying? Like he like, oh yeah, Expedition. But like I'm trying to think who gonna top Expedition for Game of the Year. You know what I'm saying? Like we in June right now. We got 6 more months. You feel me? I'm trying to think who gonna top Expedition. I can't see it as of right now.
It's going to be made by a studio who found the formula to make it up here on stage. It's stupidly simple, but somehow it keeps on getting lost.
Yeah, I did watch this. Okay, never mind.
Because they wanted to make a game that they wanted to play themselves. They created it because it hadn't been created before. They didn't make it to increase market share. They didn't make it to serve as a brand. They didn't have to meet arbitrary sales targets or fear being laid off if they didn't meet those targets.
Come on, he's spitting, bro.
People in charge forbade them from cramming the game with anything whose only purpose was to increase revenue and didn't serve the game design.
Facts, and that's what I hate about gaming right now, bro. For the most part, that's all it is right now, bro. Cause why else would they increase their games to $80, bro? You feel me? You could see, niggas could say inflation all they want, bro. But like, bro, at this point, I mean, $80 back then is not $80 right now. You know what I'm saying? Today, you know what I'm saying? Back then, niggas only had like, there wasn't that much competition back then. Now this is a saturated market with so many cooks in the kitchen right now. You feel me? On top of that, niggas got DLCs and microtransactions out the galore, and not just microtransactions, overpriced microtransactions. I don't give a fuck if your game is free to play. You feel me? If a skin is like $20, $25, y'all lost your goddamn minds. For a skin, I could go buy me a whole other game for $25, bro. Some skins are even $30 in certain games. Call of Duty. I swear to God, if that new Call of Duty is $80, bro. Anyway. This was $50, bro. This was $50. This could have been worth $60 or $70 if they wanted to, low key, and nobody would have been mad at it, bro. On God, because it's a fucking good quality ass damn game, bro.
And the team first, the revenue will follow. They were driven by idealism and wanted players to have fun, and they realized that
I sure did have fun, bro. I love parrying this goddamn game.
They understood the value of respect. That if they
I don't dodge, bro. I know we can dodge. I don't dodge. I didn't, beginning of the game. Like, okay, we can dodge, but nah, nigga, parry. All the time. I'm studying these niggas' movements. You know what I'm saying, and trying to get that parrying down packed, bro.
Treated their developers and players well. Those same developers and players would forgive them when things didn't go as planned. But above all, they cared about their game because they loved games. It's really that simple.
It's that damn simple. Hey, cooking cuz. They cooking. Oh my God, bro.
C'est vraiment une expérience qui a été très importante pour moi. J'ai pleuré pendant 2 jours, j'ai rigolé, c'était...
I bet you did, fam. I understand. I understand, bro. Tough, man. WVid, man. Shout out to McNasty, bro. Get brother 20K. Get mans to 20K. Stop playing. Oh my God. WVid, bro. WVid. Let me see. Shift D. Oh my God, bro. W goddamn game, man. 6 years. 6 years, you know, and they got an excuse. 6 years, they got an excuse. Smaller team. And they cooked. They cooked. They goddamn cooked, bro. Oh my God. Yeah, game of the year, man. Game of the year. Let me know what y'all think, man. This fucking video is 41 minutes, bro. I was yapping too much, bro. Too much Japanese going on in this video. But you know, I could talk about games all day, bro. It's a hobby, it's a passion. You know what I'm saying? It's like movies and anime and TV shows. You know? That's why you gotta enjoy the good shit that come out nowadays, bro. Cause low key nowadays we just getting bullshit. Unfortunately, we just getting bullshit. So yeah. Shout out to McNasty, man. W video, man. Shout out to the team, man. Sandfall game of the year, bro. We want to see y'all this you know what I'm saying, Game Awards. And if y'all don't win, low key that shit might be rigged. Keep it a stack. That shit might be rigged. Cause who else? I'm trying to understand who else gonna, like, you know what I'm saying, top this game. I'm trying to understand that shit. Like Borderlands 4, hell no. That's coming out. Black Ops, the new Black Ops, I'm not Call of Duty, hell no. Battlefield, hell no. Anything from Nintendo, hell no. Ghost of Yote, hell no. Microsoft got a case, I guess, you know what I'm saying, with Doom and Obsidian, but I don't know that would still count, again, remake. I don't know. But also they got a Avowed coming out later this year too. Not Avowed, Outer Worlds 2. So maybe, Microsoft might have some candidates, I guess. It might have some candidates, you know what I'm saying. We gotta see how that shit pan out though. But yeah. Oh my God, W game. Anyway, let me know what y'all think in the comments down below, man. Like, comment, subscribe, type shit. Let me know what y'all giving the year this year. Is it Expedition or is it something else? You know what I'm saying? Let me know. But yeah, love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Clair obscur, trouveras-tu, trouveras effet. Clair obscur, Orion, peinture, trouveras sans elle. Clair obscur, trouveras